Have you ever wondered if one day we might explore Mars not with rockets, but with our own minds? Imagine stepping off a Martian rover without leaving Earth, your consciousness living on the red planet while your body stays behind. This sounds like science fiction, but the idea of melding brain and machine is taking off in real labs. In fact, it's a topic literally at the crossroads of space travel and transhumanism. Elon Musk's SpaceX works on taking people to Mars, while his Neuralink startup works on connecting our brains to computers. Which raises a bold question. Would you board a spaceship or beam your mind into the void? Would you travel to Mars in person or send only your mind ahead? A deep field theory production where science meets the infinite. Today, we dive into the thrilling and controversial idea of mind uploading to Mars. Imagine a future where Neuralink-like brain chips and SpaceX rockets join forces, where our thoughts and memories might ride across the solar system as easily as signals through a fiber optic cable. This isn't just fantasy. Cutting-edge science is literally working on brain-computer interfaces, and SpaceX is racing to build a Mars colony. The stage is set. Today's science and engineering might make tomorrow's deep-fried brains a reality. Let's see what Musk's ventures and neuroscientists are cooking up, and whether your consciousness really could hitch a ride to Mars. Elon Musk isn't just launching rockets. He's also launching ideas inside our heads. In 2016, he founded Neuralink, a company developing ultra-thin brain implants and robots to install them. The goal? To read and write neural signals at high bandwidth. Their prototype Link implant packs over 1,000 tiny electrodes on flexible threads that can record brain activity. The idea is simple. Implant the link, connect it wirelessly to a phone or computer, and you could control that device by thinking alone. In fact, Musk's team just won FDA approval in 2023 and performed the first human implant in 2024. The patient, a paralyzed man, was able to move a cursor on a screen using only his mind, essentially giving him a telepathic interface. Musk proudly calls this first product Telepathy and envisions people controlling phones and computers by pure thought. In Musk's words, it's, imagine if Stephen Hawking could communicate faster than a speed typist. Neuralink's ultimate vision goes way beyond medical devices. Musk frequently says the point is to merge with artificial intelligence so we aren't left behind by super smart computers. He wants a high bandwidth brain link that gives us superhuman abilities, basically to give people superpowers, as he put it. He even describes the implant as a Fitbit in your skull that might one day let you save and replay your memories. If this sounds astonishing, consider that the company's roadmap includes helping people with paralysis now, but later pushing the boundaries of human cognition. Of course, experts warn there's nothing simple about this. Brain surgery and chips carry risks. Former Neuralink staff and neuroscientists caution that current implants are still very invasive and experimental, and mistakes could damage brain tissue. Even so, progress is real. Competitors like DARPA and other startups are also testing brain-computer interfaces. For now, though, Neuralink's efforts have shown a proof of concept. Your brain can directly drive a computer. That technology is the first building block if we ever hope to transmit or store human thought digitally. While Neuralink maps the mind, SpaceX is mapping the path to Mars. Elon Musk has long declared that one day he wants a self-sustaining colony on the red planet. SpaceX's official Mars plan is to send thousands of ships carrying thousands of people, aiming to make humanity truly multiplanetary and safeguard our species. In Musk's own words, colonizing Mars is the backup plan that could ensure the long-term survival of human civilization if Earth ever became uninhabitable. How soon could people really walk on Mars? SpaceX's timeline is famously ambitious. As of recent plans, the company wants to launch uncrewed Starship missions as early as 2026 to scout the terrain, then land humans in the late 2020s. In fact, Musk has mentioned 2029 as a target for the first crewed Mars landing. These flights will be massive. Each fully loaded Starship can carry 100-200 people across space. So over the 2030s, Musk imagines fleet after fleet of these giant rocket ships heading to Mars. It's a breathtaking vision, backed by thousands of engineers testing powerful rockets right now. SpaceX's Mars goals are driven by rocket science, but they echo the same theme as Neuralink, pushing humanity's boundaries. Musk talks about sending robots first, with Tesla Optimus bots helping set up habitats, then people. But notice the emphasis: people. All of this is about getting humans to another world. Which begs the question, is there another way? If building a colony is the game, why not consider alternatives? This is where science fiction meets reality, and where our minds enter the picture. To upload your mind to Mars sounds like the ultimate sci-fi trope, but it's a notion that some thinkers take seriously under the name mind uploading or whole brain emulation. In plain terms, mind uploading means creating a detailed digital copy of your brain so that it acts just like you do. According to experts, it involves scanning a person's entire brain structure and simulating it inside a computer. In other words, if you could map every neural connection and signal pattern, you could, in theory, run a software version of your mind on a supercomputer. Mind uploading is highly speculative, but it isn't pure fantasy either. Researchers point out that many of the components are already in active development. Neuroscience labs around the world are mapping neural circuits, decoding brain activity, and building powerful computer models. Even virtual reality is advancing toward more immersive experiences. Substantial mainstream research in related areas is being conducted in neuroscience and computer science. In short, the tools for scanning brains and simulating them are getting better each year. Yet huge gaps remain. Our brains have roughly 86 billion neurons and thousands of connections each, an unfathomably complex network. Scientists have mapped only very simple organisms so far. It would take breakthroughs in imaging, nanotechnology, and computing to even attempt a human brain scan. And after that, there's a thorny philosophical issue. Even if you copied all your memories and thought patterns, would that be you or just a perfect clone? Those debates run deep in the fields of philosophy and AI. Nonetheless, among futurists, this is seen as the ultimate life extension or digital immortality technology. Supporters say mind uploading could preserve a person or even our entire culture. They imagine creating a permanent backup of humanity. If Earth suffers a disaster, digital humans might survive in a computer. Remarkably, some even argue an upload might be the best way to colonize space. The idea is that sending bits of consciousness across the stars might be far more efficient and far safer than sending fragile biological bodies. In a digital world, a person could travel at the speed of light or simply wake up inside a robot or avatar on Mars. So which is better, sending flesh and blood through space or sending data? Each has pros and cons. A physical trip to Mars is incredibly dangerous. Cosmic radiation, microgravity muscle loss, and the long journey are brutal on human bodies. On the other hand, uploading a mind would mean casting off the need for life support and living quarters. You'd only need a data link and enough computing power. The payload to Mars could be a single server instead of a starship, cutting costs tremendously. However, a mind on Mars would still want to experience Mars. A pure digital upload might need a simulated reality to live in. Some propose downloading a consciousness into a robot or into a virtual habitat on Mars. Others imagine a neural lace mesh woven into the brain that transmits your thoughts across the solar system, blending body and mind. There are even wild ideas, like sending one's personality by radio waves and reconstructing it from ice crystals or DNA codes on Mars. Right now, these are science fiction scenarios, but none of them violate the laws of physics if you squint. Importantly, neither approach is guaranteed. Mind uploading could fail at the imprinting stage, leaving only an empty computer file. And even a perfect upload might not feel real without a body. Conversely, crewed Mars travel is a monumental technical challenge that SpaceX is still working to solve. It will likely be decades before we have a thriving Martian town of biological humans. So which would you choose? Would you board the Starship to set foot on Mars yourself, despite the danger? Or would you trust your consciousness to a machine, letting a digital you walk across Martian soil while your body rests on Earth? Will you be the explorer or the explorer's mind? These are the kinds of questions that people around the world, scientists, philosophers, and sci-fi fans, are asking right now. We're witnessing the first steps of technologies that were once the stuff of dreams. Brain chips that read our thoughts, rockets that may reach Mars, and ideas of immortal minds. At the end of the day, whether humanity's future is alien boots on Mars or silicon souls among the stars, we've only scratched the surface of what's possible. But one thing is clear: our space future might be as much in our heads as it is in our rockets. Thanks for watching this exploration of Musk's wild vision. The line between man and machine is blurring, and SpaceX's starbound dreams make a perfect stage for it. If these ideas intrigued you, share your thoughts below. Would you upload your mind to Mars? Or do you prefer to travel in person? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos where science meets the infinite. Until next time, keep looking up and inside your mind.